Hi, this is Thundi from Booredatwork.com, and today we'll be doing a hardware look and review at the Nokia C6-00. This is a Symbian S60 5th edition device, so let's go ahead and take a look at the device in total. The very front of the device, you do have three buttons. You do have a call answer button. This is basically your menu button, and this is your end and power button. There is a front-facing camera. On the right hand side, you do have your volume toggles. This is actually the lock button to lock the screen, and this is your camera button. On the right hand side, this is your port for your micro SD card. It comes with a 2 gig micro SD card. On the top, you do have a USB port and a 3.5mm jack for your headphones, and at the bottom, this is the power plug input. And of course, the back, you do have a 5 megapixel camera with flash. So let's go ahead and go into the device. It does have a resistive touchscreen, which actually works pretty well. And we're just going to slide through. There's one physical home screen on the device. There are no multiple screens on this version of Symbian S60 5th edition. You can customize the screen by basically holding down on content. So for there where it says load content, I can change wallpaper, remove. I can change the wallpaper, or go back, hit my options here. I can add content into that, and let's put in ESPN SoccerNet. I see, loading content. Okay. I believe I was trying to put in CNN there, so I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to add content. Something easy. I'll put in the music player. Oh, no, not MySpace. Put in the music player. So yeah, you can add content. You can see basically you can customize all your emails. So I do have one of my emails up there. Your Facebook also, as well as your contacts, your music, and you can modify all this. Now the thing about the C6, it does have a slide-out keyboard, like you would find with other Nokia devices that have slide-out keyboards. Keyboard is a little on the small side, but it works very well. Only problem is it sometimes can be hard to reach the top buttons here on the very top row. I'm sure if this was one of the tilt keyboards that they had, this would be fine. The D-pad works very well. I do like the keyboard. It takes a little getting used to, not that much, but you eventually can use it pretty well. So it's very nice. It works well. As far as the use of S60, you can check out our N97 review. It's pretty much similar in that sense. Nothing much has changed or anything is different in the operating system use. But there are a lot of cool apps you can still download from the OVI store to actually use. And this does have OVI Maps free. Excuse me, for you to use on. So taking a look at the camera, you can easily enter the camera by actually hitting the camera app button on the main screen, or just holding down the camera button, which will take you to the camera app. The options are quite simple for the camera to use. You do have your zoom, which you basically tap the screen to bring that up. You can switch, you can actually, sorry, that's to take pictures, I apologize. Or you can still use the button. This is actually to turn your flash on or off, or change the flash settings. And then also hitting that button brings up more options, so you can change your ISO, white balance, exposure, sharpness, switch to video mode, show grid, set a self timer, which you can also do and then the options, you can use a secondary camera. So if I change to that would be the front facing camera, and I can take a picture with it. That's basically a picture with the front facing camera there. You can also delete the picture. I can do that again. So basically, these pictures will be added to the review, and other pictures we took with the 5 megapixel. All right, so camera. This is me recording with the C6. It's actually a pretty cold day, even though it doesn't look like it. I'm recording with the camera, and actually records it with MPEG-4 format. It's a little bit windy out here, so I'll probably do about a minute or so, so you guys have a good look and see how the camera works with cars in motion and things like that. And it's be attached with the review, so you guys will see that here. You can probably hear all that wind and noise, so let me pan around. All right, so there you have it. That's the Nokia C6-00 recording with the 5 megapixel camera. Things to note with Symbian S60 5th edition on this device is, like I mentioned earlier, there's only one home screen, so it's a little different. It's a different approach. You don't have the multiple home screens you have with iOS or Android, but you can customize your home screen. A quick note for people who haven't used any Nokia devices: this button is basically your home or menu button in a sense, and to actually get into your dialer, it's by hitting this basically dialer pad, which will bring up your dialer in the middle, or you could use your keypad. The call quality is pretty clear, very sharp, and you can also enter to your contacts, and also the options is basically options for the screen. But to go to your apps and other things, you're trying to reach or access the phone by hitting the center button, which brings you to the menu page. So basically, it's your menu button, and you have a couple options. Most of the apps you download will go into applications, which you can find there, and you can find apps that you've either downloaded or pre-installed on the device. There are a couple of cool apps. Snafu is one of them. You can always use Shazam, and to get out of something that quickly, just hit the end button or the power button, whichever one what you want to call it. So that's a brief look. What I do like about the device, I do like the design. I do like the keyboard. The device is very solid itself. Battery life is very, very good. I did have one moment where it kind of shut off on me, but I believe I had drained the battery to death at that point. It just didn't register. The sound quality from the 3.5mm jack was pretty good for volume. The camera takes some very, very good pictures and video, which you'll see with this review. So that's my look at the Nokia C6-00. It's more of an entry smartphone, simplistic. If you're part of the Nokia family, you understand this very well. If you're someone who wants to have the email setup, have a very solid keyboard, a very good camera, and definitely it's for you. If you're more of a power user, this probably isn't the device for you, but it does have its place in the marketplace. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page, Facebook, Twitter, and as well as hit us up on the website at Booredatwork with 2 O's. So this is Thunder from Booredatwork saying thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.